The Rose in the Heart and the Mud Beneath the Lotus. A new perspective on faith **# introduction. Lessons from a scandal. Recently, a major scandal rocked the religious world, with details spreading like wildfire across the internet. No need to name specifics. This incident serves as a mirror, reflecting the fundamental difference between religion and faith, prompting a deep reflection on seeking outward versus seeking inward. Religious idols may appear as pure as lotuses, yet they are rooted in mud. Faith, like a rose in the heart, blooms eternally in the soul. This article, inspired by Fanlin's perspective, explores the journey from external pursuit to inner awakening, discovering the everlasting roses within. The pitfall of religion. The fragility of seeking outward religion is often a path people take to find spiritual solace. However, the outward seeking of religion is like a castle built on sand, grand but vulnerable to collapse. Idols, leaders, or doctrines revered as sacred are often laden with expectations of perfection. Yet, as the saying goes, if you lean on a mountain, it will crumble. If you rely on people, they will flee. External idols inevitably reveal their human flaws, imperfect, fallible, and prone to collapsing. When scandals erupted, the disillusionment of believers flooded in, shaking the foundation of their faith. This recent religious scandal is a textbook case of seeking outward. People place their hopes in external lotuses, those seemingly pristine religious symbols or figures, while overlooking the reality that lotuses grow in mud. The mud is not a pejorative, but a symbol of human complexity. Even the holiest facades cannot fully escape worldly limitations. When faith is wholly entrusted to the external, disappointment becomes inevitable. The power of faith. The rose in the heart. In contrast to religion's outward seeking, true faith is an inward journey. The conscience deep within, like a rose, quietly blooms in the garden of the soul. As conveyed in the new song The Rose in the Heart by a certain performance troupe. When we ignite our inner conscience, we glimpse our Buddha nature, our primordial spirit, or the divine light connected to God. This inner faith is the eternal, unchanging absolute truth, unshaken by external storms or the collapse of idols. An ancient saying goes, "The Buddha is at the sacred mountain, seek not far." The sacred mountain lies within your heart. True practice requires no pilgrimage to distant holy sites or worship of external idols. The sacred mountain is within us. The rose is the light of our faith. Whether it's Buddha nature, the primordial spirit, or God's grace, they all reside deep within, waiting to be awakened. From mud to rose, the shift in practice. The lotus is beautiful yet rooted in mud. The rose is radiant but requires careful nurturing. The external lotus symbolizes the glory and limitations of religion, while the inner rose represents the purity and eternity of faith. True practitioners do not cling to the lotus in the mud, but turn inward to cultivate the roses in their hearts. This takes courage to let go of reliance on external idols and face the truth within. It also takes wisdom to find the unwavering conscience amidst the chaos of the mundane world. When we begin to seek inward, scandals and disappointments cease to be blows and become wake-up calls. They remind us that external perfection is illusory and only inner awakening is real. Each collapse is a gentle nudge from the universe, urging us to shift our gaze from the mud to the roses, from outward seeking to inner reflection. Conclusion. Fanlin's awakening. In the end, Fanlin says, rather than worshiping the external lotus growing in the mud, it is better to nurture the roses in your heart. Don't you agree?